Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Tuesday afternoon. Welcome into this, the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside Randy Lee. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Auburn with a big win over the Baylor Bears, 38-24, to open the 2025 season. A good win on the road against a Power 4 opponent. Certainly, you know, Auburn, I told Brett, we talked about this the other day, you know, I don't know how good Baylor is. I think we'll find out that the answer to that as they move along in the season. We'll find out a little bit more. They play SMU this weekend, so that'll be interesting for me to watch a little bit. But I went back and looked, and since from 2011, Auburn against Power 4 out-of-conference competition, 9-15.
I mean, I'm not surprised to hear you say that. That is a whoa. I mean, that would be the first comment I would make to it. But we just have not been good against decent opponents for far too long, and I thought that was a slightly above average opponent. At their place to start the season on an odd night on Friday night, hot to say the least. Listening to Brett and anyone that was out there, and an 8-win team from last year that returned a quarterback that led them to 6 consecutive wins the previous season and threw for over 3,000 yards. So all of those things that we thought we were going to get, we got. You know, the question was, could Auburn do a good job on the offensive side matched up with a defense that we knew gave up a lot of yards the previous year? I don't think we got those yards the way that I expected us to get them, Andy, but I'll take them the way that we got them.
You know, you and I did the show Friday, and we thought, and every expert that I heard said, well, clearly, you know, Baylor's going to come in this game and sell out to stop the run and make Jackson Arnold beat them. And they played 2 high safeties the entire game, never adjusted, and dared Auburn to run the ball. And what did we say? Now, I mean, you know, would Hugh Freeze continue to go with it if that's what the defense was giving them? That's what I wanted to see. That's what I saw on Friday night. I saw an Auburn offense. I saw Jackson Arnold in complete control. I saw him take what the defense gave him, and Auburn racked up 300 and actually they ran for about 330 or 320-something yards. With the sack, they only ended up with 307, I think. But still, when Auburn runs for over 300 yards, I don't know if they've ever lost a football game when they've run for over 300 yards.
Well, that's anybody. And, you know, it wasn't a fluke run either. It wasn't one where you had an 85-yarder mixed in on a speed sweep where that really makes your stats look a little better than they really were. No, these were all hard-earned yards. Mm-hmm. I think you look down at our 2 running backs, and if memory serves me correct, this is the 3rd or 4th show I've done since then. So one of our running backs, longest gain of the night was 11, and the other was 9. Probably. Am I right by that?
Probably about right.
You know, you did have a 24-yard run by your quarterback, so that was a big gainer, but Auburn didn't gash them, you know, with big gains. We were just consistent. And the programs that I have done and the times that I've been on since, I've gone back to our comments on Friday over and over and over again, Andy, and it's because we ask on first down, would we please stay ahead of the chains? And all night I was thinking about mine and your conversation, and we stayed ahead of the chains.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it wasn't only 2 yards, it was 3 and 4 yards. And that's a big difference. You know, 2nd and 6 or 2nd and 8's a massive difference when you're consistently getting 3, 4, 5 yards a pop. Because then you can say, okay, well, I'm going to run this thing again.
Yeah.
You know, 2nd and 8, you're thinking twice. 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5. I'm going, okay, I'm getting 4 or 5. Let me get this thing a little bit closer, and then we can decide what we're going to do on 3rd down. And overall, it was a great night. I thought it was a great game plan by Hugh Freeze. You know, it's funny to hear him in the postgame say it was difficult on me to not throw it around the park a little bit, and Jackson Arnold. And we know that about Hugh Freeze. As one that watched him coach at Ole Miss and knowing enough about his offensive philosophy, can he run the football? Yeah. Is it his first? No. He wants to throw the ball around. And but this is one of those years where you do what it takes to win football games. And I thought he proved that in game 1, whatever it takes this season, we're going to try to find a way to win football games, and I'm all in for it.
You know, Auburn doesn't. It doesn't start the game very well. You know, Auburn kicks off, Baylor goes pretty much right down. We get them in a 3rd and 16.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, and they get 15 yards. You know, on a little slant, and you thought, oh boy, that not a good way to start, because that's another thing we. You know, it's the same thing for Auburn. We need to stay ahead of the change. We need to get them in 3rd and long. Well, they were in 3rd and long quite a bit during the night, and they did pretty well on 3rd down. The numbers don't. And when I'm watching the game, it looked a lot worse. When I go back and look at the numbers, it was like, okay, they were 500 or something, which is more than you'd want, but still, it seemed like they were getting like every 3rd down. But anyway, you know, they go right down the field. We do hold them to a field goal, but Auburn goes 3 and out, kicks the ball right back. Well, here they go right back down again. And they go down to the Auburn 4-yard line. Auburn holds them out of the end zone, a nice defensive stand. And it was like that 96-yard drive, just basically, like you said, just chunk yard after chunk yard after chunk yard, and going and punching it in the end zone. Boy, that turned the game around, obviously. And then you looked up, and it was, 24-7 or something, you know. So it was just that. I thought once we settled in offensively, you know, the defense did what they had to do. The tackling, obviously, is people are making excuses for that, and I've heard it over and over again. Well, you know, you don't – now there's rules against, you know, in practice. You don't do a lot of physical things. You don't do a lot of tackling. You don't do a lot of this. So week 1, you're going to have a lot of missed tackles, and you saw that really in a lot of games across the country. Not quite as bad as it was at all in the Auburn game, I would say. But it's like I told Brett the other day, and tell me if I'm right or wrong. When it comes to tackling, I say it's 30% technique and 70% effort. That can be corrected with, you know, just adding a little effort to it, which I thought we were kind of lax at times in the secondary.
Well, I do think it's fixable. I'll say this. We played 28 players on the defensive side of the ball, a lot of those new faces back in the secondary. Coach Durkin, we know, likes to stay in man on the perimeter. And when you're staying in man, it makes all of that communication from the sideline and all of those new faces in the football game a little easier. Because if you're showing a lot of different looks, the communication's got to be outstanding. To change mid-play to give a different look is difficult. And, you know, that's not what he has proven is his bread and butter. Is the reason that he's there. So I think if Auburn cuts down on maybe a few of those players that we saw out on the field and get it down to a reasonable number. And look, I've always been one to want to see them out there. You know, because you don't necessarily know who's going to shine and who's not going to until the opportunity presents itself. But Auburn proved that last year we could have a couple of bad games back in the secondary to start the season and right the ship. And we need that to happen because it wasn't pretty, and it was a lot of the same. And I never really saw us change much of the look that we were given in the secondary, and vice versa, man. I mean, what in the world was – but Baylor, sometimes you think that you say things throughout the week to make the opposition say, okay, maybe he is going to come out and do something. So all week he said, we got to make them one-dimensional.
Yep. We're
going to make them run the football. Well, what does that tell you as an offensive coordinator? Well, he's going to throw an extra body in the box. and maybe they're going to give us a couple of different looks than what we've seen in the past. Not the case, man. And that's a defensive head coach over there that really never changed it up any.
This is true. Oh, and by the way, 5 of 15.
Yeah.
They were on third down, by the way. I missed.
And Auburn 5 of 10. And
Yeah.
Auburn also 1 for 1 on fourth downs.
Right.
So 6 of 11.
And they were 3 of 6 on fourth down. I thought they made that one at midfield or on their own 44 or whatever it was when it was like 4th and 3 or 4 or something like that, and they went for it, didn't get it, and then Auburn goes down and scores again. So I thought he made some ill-advised fourth down, but that's modern football today.
It is.
For whatever reason, that they've handed out a book to coaches now when you become a coach,
yeah.
and if it says go, they go. So I don't know how that works, but nonetheless, overall it was just a very good. Like I said, I mean, anytime you get a 2-touchdown win on the road against a Power 4 opponent, that is obviously something you'll take no matter how it happens. But Auburn won, obviously in the running game. They won on special teams.
Yep. Massive play.
I don't know if they won on defense. I guess you could say they did because they held the other team to 24 points, a team that averaged a lot more than that last year. That's the bottom line. No matter how many yards you give up, it's just a matter of how many points. So all 3 phases of the game, you can say Auburn certainly won. And that is exactly what we wanted to see. That is exactly what I was hoping to see. And this team's got a lot of potential to even get a lot better.
Well, you could say won the turnover battle, but neither team with a turnover in the football game in the opening week for both teams.
Yeah.
That's practically all you can ask for. And Auburn struggled mightily, putting themselves behind the 8 ball last year with turnovers and picks and just questionable play calls throughout the first part of the season. We didn't see it the other night, so hopefully we can build on that. And Jackson Arnold, SEC Player of the Week. On the offensive side, co-SEC Player of the Week. And he graded out, I think, as high as any of our players on the team in the ball game. We had a couple of our linemen really grade out well, and Keldrick Faulk graded out pretty good. I think he was the top grade on the defensive side of the ball, and made a showcase play in the football game running down a back on the sideline over there, and would have been a much bigger play if his athleticism doesn't show. So overall, good win. We move on. Got an easy one this Saturday, and I bet we throw it around the park on Saturday.
I would bet we do. All right, we're up against our first break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
About an hour ago, Theo airballed the game-winning shot. But with the Zaxby Sauceball box, he's dunking all over these fools.
Welcome to Dunk City. I'm the mayor and the sheriff.
Who's got the sauce?
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes. They're installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We are brought to you each and every day by Sense of Green, heating, cooling, and insulation for air that's cool and clean. Call on Sense of Green. They are the carrier dealer in this area. 334-487-3555. Russell Do-It Center. They got 9 locations around central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. They can beat the big box store. And finally, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job is too big. No job is too small. Commercial or residential, for all your needs, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. All right, Randy, I had some questions coming into this season. I know you did as well. So let's talk about the questions and what got answered on Friday. Number 1, can Jackson Arnold be elite? That question is still pending, but he did not do anything to make me believe he can't.
No, he didn't me either. I mean, of course, the question mark is still, if needed, because they stopped the run, can he win with his arm? He's better than advertised with his legs for me. It's kind of hard when you hear of how good someone is in high school and the versatility that someone brings into the college game. Does that parlay into success in the college game? And running the football, either you have explosive speed, and I think he broke 11 tackles in the game the other night. And so the 137 yards that he's credited with, he actually had 150 and then had some negative yards built in, but 137 yards rushing in the football game. Did you expect that kind of output?
I did not.
I didn't either. And the way that he ran the ball between the tackles was really impressive. So, but I'm with you. It's still to be determined if he needs to win it with his arm, can he? And I hope we take advantage of this Saturday to say, yeah, let's run the football. Let's don't completely get away from it. But knowing that we need to, especially early on, hopefully we win this football game going away. But early on, we put him in some situations where he's got to get some confidence with his arm.
I thought I would have liked to have seen him a little more accurate than he was. Now, I mean, the first drive, I mean, that little slant he threw to Coleman, that was not good. But, I mean, that was the first throw of the season. He was amped up. And I don't even pay any attention to that. The throw to Malcolm made him look – Malcolm, that was all about Simmons.
Yeah.
That had a lot less – I mean, that was not a great throw, but it was still – I mean, it was just a really nice catch by Simmons. So – the throw on third down he made, kind of rolling out to Horatio Fields, that was really nice. It was on time. It was right on target. So he made some decent throws. He made some not so good looking throws. So, but like you said, I mean, none of it was any. He didn't have to make any throws. Certainly in the second half to try to, because we were just running the ball so well. So I hope he works on that the next 2 weeks. Hope we really work on the passing game. We throw for about, at least 250 to 300 yards the next 2 weeks and still run for 100 and whatever. But the other thing, too, you've been talking about Jeremiah Cobb. He looked like a different guy to me. Mm-hmm. I understand now why Hugh Freeze just kept saying he's going to have a breakout year. He looked so much faster and quicker and making – solid. He didn't look tentative at all. He would see the hole and go. And, man, he just looked like a different guy this year. I think he's going to be really good. Is the offensive line actually better than it was last year?
Oh, yeah.
Unequivocally.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Of course, at the tackle position, on both sides, I think that it's a major upgrade. And just another year in the books for the three interior linemen. I thought, especially you take a look at that last call. The eye candy with Eric Singleton won. Each time we saw him come in a speed sweep motion, all eyes were on him. You've got to honor his speed and you've got to honor his athleticism, so you got to set an edge on that. But the way that we down blocked and the way that we pulled from that right side and got to the two defenders that we needed to get to in a timely manner. I mean, Jackson had to halfway break through one arm tackle, but that was the only player that was left on his feet from the offensive lineman. And we didn't look like, as the game progressed, we looked like we were the more in shape team. I thought we were winning the lines of scrimmage even more as the game moved on, and that makes me feel good because I'm not sure that I've been able to say that for a while.
That's true. I mean, Jeremiah Wright and Dylan Wade are our age.
Yeah.
They've been around for a while. Connor Lew, he's a junior. He's been starting for 3 years. But those two tackles, they were as advertised.
Yes,
I thought Mason Murphy and Xavier Chaplin really looked good. Now, again, it was one game against Baylor, a Big 12 team. But definitely, yes, the offensive line is better than it was last year for sure. All right, we got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. What's your questions that got answered this weekend for the Auburn Tigers? 256-234-6221. Give us a call right after this.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, we care about the air you breathe. Call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe. Call Sensagreen.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Here at Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, we value what truly makes a home a home. And that's why we're proud to offer America's #1 brand of siding and exterior products. James Hardie creates possibilities with an array of colors and textures. We offer the full line of James Hardie products, Hardie plank to artisan siding and everything in between, giving you, our customer, options to have the best. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, local since 1984.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering, or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event. Henderson & Coker is a premier custom general contractor located in Central Alabama. With over 50 years of industry experience, Henderson & Coker has been crafting stunning custom residential and commercial spaces for families and businesses throughout Alabama and Georgia. If you're in the market for a top-of-the-line luxury home or specialized commercial work, contact the experts at 256-750-7383 and check them out on the web at hendersonandcoker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. About 30 more minutes left in today's show. I always like to remind you about Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Great place to get some tremendous food or wine in the Auburn and Montgomery area. Got a wide variety and selection of wine, probably the best in this area, and steaks, ribs, burgers, casseroles. Got a little bit of everything there. Go and check them out today. Go and check out their website, steaksandwine.com, just a letter N, steaksandwine.com. They got daily lunch specials. You go and check those out. The food is absolutely tremendous. They got deals going on each and every month. Check those out. The food is absolutely terrific. The people are wonderful. Go and check out Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine today. Some more questions, or did you have some questions coming into the season that maybe got answered or not?
Well, how good's the kicking game going to be? Okay. You know, of course, can we stay healthy in that regard? But, you know, I'm not necessarily talking about the return game as much as I am the actual kicking game. And kickoffs were great again. Towns is outstanding there, and glad to see McPherson back, and didn't look to be at full strength, but anything from 45 in, I'm letting him kick it instead of anybody else. Just got that clean sweep, and gives you a lot of confidence he's going to make the kicks. And, you know, we didn't see a lot of punting out of Auburn, but I thought that was a real weak point last year, surprisingly, because we had a punter coming back that had been here for quite a while, but he just had the yips.
Yeah.
Never really got it going. So, you know, Auburn punting the football, do we have numbers on how many punts? I'd only remember the one.
I think we punted twice, 2 or 3 times, because, let's see. Yeah, we punted 3 times.
Okay.
So, and all of them were, you know, fine.
Yeah. Good hang time.
Yeah.
You know, not returnable. So that was a question that I had coming into the season. But, no, I think everything was answered. The question marks that I have are still all there. You know, is Auburn secondary as good as advertised? The answer there is it better get a lot better than it was on Friday, or otherwise it's not.
Yeah, funny enough, that was not a question.
No,
I said emphatically, I'm not worried about the secondary.
Yeah.
Secondary is going to be fine. I mean, that's the most talented part of it. Well, they may be, but they were not fine Saturday.
So
Friday.
You know, is that a strength of this Auburn team? I think that I would go as far as to say no right now, but you've got a chance to prove me wrong, and a lot of them are young. Even though sophomores are young and they can get better, and DJ Durkin coached them up last year to do that. Major question marks at linebacking core. I don't think we had any answers solved there. I know a lot of times they were in pass coverage, but, you know, we were in man coverage. How much help can you be at the linebacker if you're in man coverage, or you're getting pulled out on a back, or someone else a little more shallow than they're hitting you over the top with those dig routes and those slant/post routes that they were hitting us over the top with? I can't give a definitive answer without watching the film to see how that played out, Andy, but the tackle numbers weren't very good from our linebackers on Friday.
I will say I did like the way 17 Xavier Atkins moves around.
I agree.
I mean, he's good side to side. He's good. He's physical. Kind
of like Riddick.
Yeah.
Reminds you a lot of Riddick.
Yeah. So I like that. Robert Woodyard, he's okay. He's serviceable.
Yeah.
He's serviceable, which is fine. Melendez didn't play all that much. I don't think Diaz played at all.
Not that I saw.
But anyway, so yeah, the pass coverage from the linebackers was not good. And Riddick, I don't remember calling his name.
He had 2 tackles.
He made 2 tackles. So,
that's it.
That seemed like the rest of the defense made about 2 tackles. But the play calling, I don't think nobody mentioned a word about play. Isn't that shocking? Nobody mentioned a thing about play calling in the press conference after the game when we won by 2 touchdowns. It's not an issue anymore. Oh, really? Okay. Isn't that funny?
Well, I don't think you'll ever hear it again as long as Auburn sticks to their guns and whatever's working, go with it. But it looked pretty obvious to me that Hugh Freeze was doing play calling.
Yeah, I think so. We'll take a break. We'll come back again, 256-234-6221. Give us a call right after this.
At Dixie Overhead Door, we specialize in top-quality garage door solutions for homes across Alabama and Georgia. In need of a garage door repair or a brand new garage door installation, our expert team delivers fast, reliable service with local expertise that you can trust, providing customized solutions and exceptional care every step of the way. Visit us today at DixieOverheadDoor.com and experience the Dixie difference.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at BamaSheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We are located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote. EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare. Serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill in Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your boat or vehicle to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your vehicle the right way. Located at 702 McCarty Road in Dable, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or Superior Automotive and Boat Detailing.
Hi, I'm Abby Guy, Vice President at Riverbank and Trust. They say that most banks offer the same products, but Riverbank offers something most can't: personal connection. We love getting to know our customers by name and making them feel special with every interaction. It's a feeling of warm hospitality you won't find anywhere else. Experience it for yourself.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you. Only a couple more segments left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. How good is Baylor, do you think?
Probably not very good.
You don't think so?
No, I think
they're 6-7 win team, surely.
Oh yeah. They'll win 6 or 7 games. I mean, are we really talking about a conference championship style team? Or I think when you ask me that question, like how good are they? Where would they fall into the pack of the SEC?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go somewhere between 10 and 13. About where we've been the last 4 years. Really, yeah. I don't think that they're any better or any worse than we've been the last 4 seasons, but we were clearly a much better team, and I think if we played that game 10 times this year, we'd win all of them. I believe that. I think we could clean up our defense a lot quicker than they could clean up some of the issues that they've got.
Yeah, there ain't much you can do. If you get run on for 300 yards, that's not because you were out of position.
No.
That's just because the other team was better than you were. Now, you miss a lot of tackles. You got guys that can throw, and I think Sawyer Robertson, he looked good. I think he's a good quarterback.
Agree.
He put the ball on time, and he was accurate. He hit guys in stride. So
Wilson could play for anybody in our league.
Yes.
You know, he was the fastest player on the field. I felt the other night, the quickest player on the field. If Auburn had one on our side offensively, namely Eric Singleton, he didn't get the opportunities that Wilson did, so it's hard to say that. But that cat can play anywhere.
Yeah.
And we didn't have any answers for him. And, of course, I think that tight end's we're going to watch a little more and see if he does against the rest of the league like he did Auburn. But he looks the part.
Yeah.
He looks like a pro-style interior receiver to me.
Sure.
Dropped a few balls, which could have been big plays, but caught enough of them to make the difference.
Yeah.
What did he have the other night? Well, run down.
Which one?
7 catches for 99 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah,
just
he was
real good size, too.
And right off his hands there at the end, it would have been a one-score game.
Yep.
On that 4th down. So, they've got some pieces for sure. But nonetheless, there were some other games that were played in and around the country.
I watched one.
Look, the SEC, LSU goes to Clemson, wins that game. Impressive.
Impressive defensively.
Yeah.
Which,
Clear.
you know, if there's one knock for the last 6 or 8 years on LSU, which I never would have believed it when you were watching those early 2010 style teams with Alabama and LSU going against one another in the secondaries that they had, that there'd ever be an issue defensively. But that's been their problem. You know, when you got Jalen Daniels as your quarterback putting up a ridiculous amount of yardage everywhere, and you can't win all your football games because your defense is soft and terrible on the back end, that's a shock. They were good.
Yeah.
And they were good against a very good quarterback for Clemson. That guy was really good at the end of last year, comes in with at least semi-Heisman Trophy credentials. I don't think that played out the other night, but so that was a good win.
Yeah.
A good win in a different way for LSU.
I agree. I mean, very good win to go on. It's just a very difficult place to play, if nothing else. But Tennessee takes care of Syracuse. Not really that
I
big a
think
deal.
they are a very solid football program now.
Tennessee?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Joe Aguilar all of a sudden
they upgraded.
Looks like they upgraded.
They did. They upgraded at the quarterback position. He's more stable mentally. Brings a physical aspect to the backfield to go along with an ability to throw the football, and he's just old. I mean, he's been around for a long time. So Josh Heupel can coach. Now, does he take them to a championship? I don't know. I mean, does Hugh Freeze take Auburn to a championship? I don't know. But look, my eyes tell me Tennessee year in and year out is going to put a good product out there on the field. And when you've been where Tennessee and Auburn have been, a consistent winner, we'll take that and try to figure out how to get a little bit better. But we've been in the doldrums long enough to know when things are looking up.
Sure. Good point. Who else? Anybody else when and everybody else, most everybody played Patsies. But how about Alabama?
I've been happy before at a team losing, but we're at an era in college football where it's going to be few and far between the amount of things that's going to make me happier than watching Alabama fall slap on their face at some point in time. And it's coming. I don't know if it's this year, but I do know almost with certainty that this coach is not a good fit for Alabama.
That seems obvious.
There is a – y'all brought it up, and the more that you say it, the more I tend to agree. It's got a Curry feel to it. Just a little bit off. Something doesn't seem to be all in. It doesn't have that Alabama toughness feel to it, and we'll watch.
Texas, Arch Manning.
And that's on the road at Ohio State. I think that Ohio State on the road at 11 o'clock, if their place as talented as they are, would make a lot of us look really bad. Arch Manning didn't look good.
He did
He
not
had some
look
really
good at all.
weird arm angles and some stuff that he did in the game that is head-scratching, but I sense that a lot of us would play that poorly in week one on the road there.
Got to take another break. We'll be back with one final segment right after this.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sense Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sense Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carry or cool cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sense Green.
SignSource is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Buying a home or property can be the biggest investment of your life. The Wisdom Firm is licensed to close any property purchase in the entire state of Alabama. The offices on both Bent Creek Drive in Auburn and Highway 49 South at beautiful Lake Martin. The Wisdom Firm has you covered. Give Travis and his team a call at 334-826-0722 or check them out at www.auburnlegal.com for all your real estate closing needs. No representation is made that the quality of legal services is greater than the quality of legal services made by other attorneys.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prideville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Tuesday afternoon. I hope everybody had a wonderful Labor Day yesterday. Didn't do much labor, I hope. How about yourself? Did you take the day off?
Well, I did all the way up until last night. Did have football practice last night I couldn't get out of. So, no, I didn't take the complete day off, but nobody pays me to coach football. And probably for a good reason. If you knew how great a football knowledge I have just by listening to me on here, you know I don't deserve any money for coaching it, but we did have that.
Well,
other than that, it was a pretty restful day.
Okay, well, that's good. Hey, Auburn's got the next 2 weeks. You got Ball State, you got South Alabama, and then you got that road trip to Oklahoma. So I don't know what after this opening win and seeing what we have seen, what do you do the next 2? What's the plan for the next 2 weeks?
Well, good football teams don't take a step back. If they have the ability to win the line of scrimmage, then they easily win the line of scrimmage the next 2 weeks. And they impose their will. And if we have the ability to do that, then we're going to have something we can build on. if we mess around and we play like we did against Mercer a few years ago, and I'll never forget
that was 2017, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, if we do that, then we've got chances the remainder of the year because I think the team is talented enough and Jackson Arnold's ceiling's high enough that we can win ball games, but we're probably not going to do anything special. So I love the way the schedule lines up. I really do. I mean, you had a tough test against a team that at least was considered your equal. I mean, at one point in time last week, Baylor was favored, and then it kind of swung back in Auburn's favor late in the week. And you have to go on the road in a tough environment and win a football game, so that's great. And then you come back and you have 2 very winnable games before you go back on the road again against a team that they're questioning where they stand in this conference too. 7-8 years ago, you go play Oklahoma with Lincoln Riley and that whole crew, you aren't thinking anywhere near to the level that you are right now. I mean, right now you're going, they're there to be whooped. They've got questionable coaches as well that we're wondering if they're going to hang on. They got a brand new quarterback that a lot of people wanted.
Yeah.
And they got him. So how good of a player is he? The opening week didn't tell me that he was anything special, or at least their offense was anything special. So I love the way this schedule lines up. I mean, Auburn couldn't have asked. Brett and I talked about this all the days of running together. But we talked about this, a couple of days on the program that you better take advantage of this schedule this year. You think your team's going to be better potentially next year, but the schedule's so hard that it may not show.
Yep.
If you're in the SEC, this is about the best, and you're Auburn, it's got Georgia and Alabama every year, this is as good as you're going to get.
No doubt. I think that's 100% accurate. All right, it is September the 2nd. On this day, Stan Musial gets hit number 3,516, passing Tris Speaker into second all-time behind Ty Cobb. Obviously, he would be passed by – about 3 or 4, 5 people maybe by now. One of them being Pete Rose.
I got a good Stan Musial quote is Leo DeRocher, that was one of the top managers during that era. The first game he was coaching against Stan Musial, and he told the players in the dugout, he said, y'all get a good eye on that man out there because you're going to have to watch him for the next 20-plus years hit this baseball all over the park. He knew it like
really
the opening time, the first time he saw him out there, and he was one of the best baseball players of all time.
No question about it. Mickey Mantle said, I think I was a little bit better baseball player, but Stan was a better man. 1971, Chris Everett and Jimmy Connors make their U.S. Open debut as teenagers. Both win their opening match.
Both end up being greats in the sport too.
No question.
So, isn't it amazing how some youngsters just have that amazing talent, even at that age, that you can go compete against? And I know tennis is a little odd. Tennis used to be one of those sports where there was an age where you were no longer at the level that you were when you were younger, and you could be a little younger and get up there and play. But that age has, and it's probably due to people staying in shape much better than they once did, that they're competitive a lot longer.
True. All right, happy birthday today, A.G. Spalding, Hall of Fame pitcher and obviously co-founder of Spalding.
Well, Spalding balls end up here in Ellick City of all places, and now I think they've moved off, so I don't think there's anything left here anymore.
Adolph Rupp, obviously greatest coach there at Kentucky. Hootie Ingram was AD at Alabama for several years. D. Wayne Lucas won the horse trainer, won the Kentucky Derby many times. Peter Uberoth, baseball commissioner. How about Terry Bradshaw? 4 Super Bowls.
4 Super Bowls, and never really looked like he did a whole lot of training in the off season to get prepared for those, but a big old lumberjack back there throwing the ball.
Yeah, Mark Harmon. You an NCIS fan?
I am.
Good, there you go.
Yeah, I think his father was actually the better of the 2 athletes. So.
Oh, really? Yeah, he played quarterback at UCLA.
He did.
Yeah, sure did. Jimmy Connors, happy birthday today, Jimmy Connors. Eric Dickerson, one of the greats, running back
at the first 2 years,
SMU.
made you think that he was going to be the best NFL running back of all time for the Rams, and still had a great career, but didn't get to the level of a few others.
Yeah. Carlos Valderrama, put that on there for you. Great soccer player. Huh?
He was, yeah.
Keanu Reeves,
The
Lennox.
only thing I remember about Valderrama.
The
US
head.
beating Columbia.
Oh, there you go.
In the 94, and the guy getting killed. He went back home. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. Lennox Lewis, Salma Hayek, Rich Aurelia, and Tommy Maddox. Salma Hayek. If there's ever been a better-looking woman, I don't know if I've ever seen it. Woo! All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. He's Randy. I'm Andy. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.